plate with fire, put it out with water, but now you're drowning.
About 5 months ago, we toured a 14.5 million Kenya shilling home about 300 meters from where we are. And we are back in Ngong to have a look at the new project that the same developer is working on. And this development will have very good views of the Ngong Hills. It seems like Ngong Hills is becoming synonymous with Mansa Plus for the 2025. And we are back to have a look at this estate that is made up of 20 houses, and 7 of them have already been sold. So it's the remaining 13 that we are trying to woo you to come in and get a unit for yourself. They already have a show house. Let's go and have a look at what this project is all about. Karibuni.
'Cause I could do better. I could do better. I could do better.
Friends and family, welcome to today's episode, and let's get the show started. I'm beyond excited to be showing you this house because a lot of times there are many people who complain and tell us that Mansa, we love the show, but show us something that we can afford. And by all means, I believe that this is within the limits. Or what do you think, Wedis?
Yes, I think even as far as I'm concerned,
yes,
we have been touring a couple of listings that a lot of people can fit in the budget.
They're there.
Yes.
And I want you guys to make calls when we show those houses. Call us so that we can come and see them. Yeah. So today, this house that you're touring, as I've already mentioned, this is the show house for this estate. Will have 20 units. There are 4 bedrooms going for 14.5 million shilling if you're paying cash, and if you're using a mortgage payment, it is 14.8 million Kenya shilling. From the other house that we toured, or rather the other development done by the same developer, we saw how they have cabro paved their pavements really nicely, and you have live fences. In fact, in this case, they have already started growing the live fence for this show house, which have actually been sold. This is a sold unit that they are using as a show house, and I'm sure Willis is going to put a B-roll there to ensure you get a clear picture of how these live fences will look. From here, you enjoy very nice views of Ngong Hills, and I think it's beautiful to know that that will always be like that.
Yes.
That every time you come to your driveway, this is the view that you will always see.
Yeah. And that is the advantage of having a plot that is somewhat on top of a hill.
Yes.
And it slopes down so that anyone who builds in front of you, you can still have the views.
Everyone gets a view because it's sort of, the houses are being layered. Yeah?
Yes.
So the person at the very top of the hill gets a view, and the rest, even the person, in fact, you say that you'd go for the house next to the gate.
Yes, the house next to the gate will have awesome unobstructed views.
Exactly, yeah. So coming to this side, you have your parking area, parking for 2. And I think in the other estate, some people did not have gates. And I think I would also prefer not to have gates for this area, just to have it open, have your parking for 2, and you can park all the way to this side. So it's really spacious. There's even space for kids, bicycles and all, yeah?
Yes.
And on this side, there's a biodigester. Every house gets its own biodigester. You can walk to the back of the property, and if maybe you have a staff, they can also use that as to their quarters, and we're going to see that their quarters later. On this side, you have these doors that open to your living space. You can have a table console on this side, somewhere to place keys, glasses when you walk in, and then you have your living space on this side, and this living space looks cozy. On the floor, you have laminated floor and gypsum ceiling, but in this case, the person who bought this house has made their own customization. The standard houses come with tiles, but the owner of this house went for laminates at an extra cost. And I think we're going to see many other customization that they have made. And I actually think it has a better feeling or even look. Or what do you think, Willis?
Yes, I think even for me, if I had the budget,
yes,
I'll definitely go for wooden floors instead of even laminates.
Yes.
Because I feel like they bring out a little bit more of character in your interior space.
Exactly, yeah. I'm thinking of, I can't even imagine this space anymore with tiles. I'm just picturing it with the laminates.
Yeah, with the laminates. Yeah.
But I'm sure our viewers can refer to the other videos so that they can get an idea of how the standard houses look without the laminates.
Yeah, definitely.
And coming to this other side, your space flows to the dining area. And one of the most beautiful things I like about this house is you have one space flowing all the way from your living space to your dining to the kitchen. I know we like sunken living lounge and all that, but as we have come to learn, as people grow, or sometimes you can even get involved in a situation that leaves you with a challenge.
Yeah.
And in that case, one standard floor is a better idea than even having a sunken lounge. And I think that is what they provided in this case, and it looks spectacular.
Yeah. And I love the idea of having one floor that is, flowing from the living room to it. It just makes the place look more lively.
Yes.
And there's aeration moving around unobstructed.
Yeah. Looks beautiful. You have a big window on this side to ensure you get natural lighting coming in. And I realized while we were there, I forgot to mention that massive door that opens to the small garden that you have at the front of your property. And in this case, being a corner house, you get extra space on this side. Advantages of a corner house.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm always telling you, call me ASAP so that you can buy the corner house.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am more impressed with what the developer did with the windows, especially in the living room, because now you have a lot of light coming into the house and you don't feel like it's a small space.
These doors they're steel doors, but they almost would go for aluminum. And I like how you see the grills they went with. These are not, it might not even pass for grills.
Yes.
They look so good, so minimal. And this is very ideal. Coming to this side, you have your double counter. So you can use this space as a bar. It's spacious enough to have stools over here. And this is really, really spacious. Willis, how many stools do you think you'll do here?
I think we can fit 3.
Yeah, 3 or even 4,
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 if you squeeze them a bit.
Yes.
Because, when you're sitting here, you just want to have a little bit
relax
more space.
And move around with ease.
Yes.
And coming to this other side of the kitchen, you have this other side of the counter where you can work from. And this makes sure that you have enough counter spaces. And again, as I mentioned, there are a lot of customization in this kitchen. For example, the standard houses come with plain MDF, but in this case, you can see that this one is pressed. So this is a customization by the owner of this house, and they can do that for you at an extra cost. That is the developer, but the lighting, that is standard. And the fittings, again, this is the burners, and you have a microwave and oven on this other side. Also, those are the owner's customization, but the developer can put them for you at an extra cost.
Yeah,
on this
I like how the developer used those lighting, the task lighting, to light up underneath the cabinetry.
Yes.
Yeah, that brings in a little bit more of, eliminating the shadows.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a nice thing.
Exactly.
However, I would have loved to flash them in so that they don't look like they've been put.
Like you don't want to see them. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. I really recommend that even within the cabinetry. This is just makes it look better. You can always see what you're reaching out for.
Yeah.
You don't even have to put on the lights in case they're off.
Yes.
Because you can see what you're reaching for. On this side, you have a double sink and a window overlooking the neighbor's house. And you're happy to be in a neighborhood where people are building nice houses. Yeah. And on this side, you have provision space for your dishwasher. And there's also a pantry on this other side. And they told us that in the other houses, they have done a bit of adjustment whereby they have moved this wall a bit to this side so that you can have more cabinetry on this side.
Yeah.
And that makes for, a bigger space for the pantry is okay.
Yeah, definitely. 100% of the time. You want more storage.
Exactly. And it won't really affect much the space on this side the way you see it. You won't even notice.
Yes.
You'll only notice because I've said it. And coming to this other side, you have the door that leads to your laundry area. So you can have your washing machine over there. And welcome to your backyard. So on this side, you have the gas cage, the gas cylinder cage, that is. And this is where the plot is supposed to be, but like I said, corner plots always get an advantage. So the owner of this house will be able to extend their space all the way to that side, and they will have access to this area, greenery. Their fence will be there, not where it is at the moment. And that is why you should always go for project when they're starting and buy the corner house.
Yeah.
And moving on to this side, you have more washing area, and you can walk to the front of the property from this side. Then you have this door that leads to the staff quarters, or one of the bedrooms that you can also use as a guest bedroom. And welcome. Again, laminates on the floor. Then you have wardrobes on this side. They are also pressed, so a customization by the owner. The bathroom on this side. I like the developer, or rather the owner of the house, the person who have purchased this house. They really did a lot of customization, including the floating water closet, the vanity setup. But this is standard. That is
yes, the glass.
Yeah. And I like that they provide this glass. It's always necessary to keep water away from the water closet.
Yes.
Yeah. And moving on to this other side, we are back to the common spaces where we started. On this side, you have the powder area. I like the positioning of this powder area because it is not visible to people in the dining or in the living space or even the kitchen.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have these spaces feeling a bit open, and you feel that people don't have that privacy when they're doing their business.
Yes, and it's a good utilization of space.
Yes.
I mean, even right at the end of the staircase, you can just put your washing machines there for
Exactly.
your laundry.
There's so much space on this side.
Yeah.
Because we are beneath the staircase.
Yes.
So as Willis is saying, it's a good way of making use of this space. And I also want to commend the person who bought this house because of their customizations. You see, for example, how they have the cistern hidden. There's a way to look so seamless and clean. You don't have things on the wall.
Yes, and even the fact that it's floating, it makes it easier for you to clean the house.
Exactly, yeah?
Yeah.
And moving on to this other side, you have the wooden staircase, another customization. The standard staircase comes with tiles.
Even on our last project,
Yes.
the one we toured had customized wooden flooring for the staircase.
For the staircase.
Yeah, and I think that should actually be a standard because it looks nice.
It looks so different.
Yeah, it looks so different.
Yeah.
It just gives the house a huge facelift.
Yes, I agree with you. And I really hope that every other buyer will probably go for the same customization just to give the house some warmth.
Yeah.
On this side, you have this big window ensuring you get tons of natural light on these spaces, and you have a nice chandelier over there, another window that overlooks the open spaces that you're going to see later on. And on this floor we have 3 bedrooms. Let's start with the one on this side. You have the door opening to the second bedroom of the house, almost similar to what you have downstairs. Wardrobes on this side. This one overlooks your backyard, the neighbor's beautiful house. Maybe I should move the chairs for people to see that. So you're in good neighborhood. You're assured no flats are coming around you. Yeah, just nice standalones. This is good.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And coming to this other side, you have the washroom similar to what we have seen downstairs, and vanity setup, nicely done, floating water closet, and the shower area. And moving on to this other side, you have bedroom number 3 with the wardrobes on this side. Well done. This would be your headboard, and you have your TV wall on this other side, and the bathroom also similar to what the other bathroom looks like, with the vanity, the water closet, and the shower area, again overlooking the backyard to the neighbor's house. And moving on to this other side, you have this door that opens to the shared balcony, but you see that later. And this door opens to the primary bedroom. And when you're out there, you wouldn't think that this house has such a big primary bedroom.
Yeah. When you look at the house, you'll be fooled to think that it's a small house.
Yes.
But indeed, when you're in, you get a lot of spaces.
It's really spacious. The house is very spacious. It's 215 square meters. And we have been to many places where we have toured houses that are quite bigger than the 215 square meters.
Yeah.
But you don't get such a big space for your primary suite. which I think is sad. From where I'm studying, I can see the windmills that is the Ngong Hills. Looks really nice. So imagining that when you're in bed, you probably have that view.
Yeah.
If you have the shears or the curtains open, then you have your TV wall on this side, and on this other side, you have your closet space. I can see that they provided quite a considerable amount of wardrobe spacing. Yeah.
Yep.
And on this other side, you have the bathroom, and this bathroom it's a small bathroom, very well utilized. Yeah? So you have your jacuzzi set up on that side, water closet, the vanity on this other side, and then you have your enclosed shower area. And in this case, being the primary bedroom, the shower area is a bit bigger than what the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On our previous episode, you said you don't like the jacuzzis.
Yes.
And on the previous house that we toured, they had a freestanding tub. Yeah. And this one they have a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put a B-roll of that that freestanding tub.
Yes.
So that we can compare and they can tell us if they still believe that the jacuzzi is still better options to
is a good idea.
Yeah.
I think we are having that discussion after that video went live with some of our viewers.
Yeah.
And I said it comes down to personal taste. For me, maybe I see the freestanding tubs as a piece of art.
Yeah.
But then there are people maybe based on functionality, you know, people want to feel the jets, who would feel that the jacuzzi is what appeals to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And coming to this other side, you have a door that opens to the balcony, and I really like how they used these glass doors. They look really amazing there because it ensures that you get enough natural lighting. And one thing I keep saying off the camera, and now I've remembered and I'll say it on camera, is please in 2025 use windows that are transparent. This thing of using one-way glass, it limits the amount of natural light coming in. And I'm sure,
even just tinted windows.
Yes, yeah. And I know a lot of people who have been watching this show from the word go. In fact, every time we meet, they say, tons of natural light.
Yeah.
You know how much I love
tons of natural light.
For me, natural lighting
it's not just for you.
Yeah.
For everyone who, if you walk in a room that is light filled,
yes,
you feel more comfortable. You're not claustrophobic.
Yeah.
But when you walk in a dark room,
yeah,
you know, it's somewhat you feel,
yeah,
you know, claustrophobic in that space.
And
it feels smaller even.
And you know, the idea of tinting your windows or using those one way beats the purpose, because at night you can see through when the lights are on.
Yeah.
So what's the essence of putting them? Just have shears. Like you see in this case, if you have these shears on,
no one will see
you can't see what is happening inside.
Yeah.
But at night, even if you have those one way or those
you still need shears.
You still need curtains.
Yeah.
Or shears.
Yeah.
So guys, I know sometimes people do things because it's the fashion, but it's not really fashionable.
Yeah.
And it beats the purpose. Natural lighting is essential, as Willis has explained. In fact, my sister was telling me the other day that people in certain areas suffer from lack of vitamin D because they don't get enough
light inside,
sunlight.
Yeah.
You know? So we are living in a very good place. So let's value what we have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, by exposing ourselves to it. And again, this is the commonly shared balcony. So the rest of the house, they can use this door to access this balcony. And from the primary bedroom, they use this door. I like that it has been well covered and neatly, for that matter. So this means you can use it all weather. You can chill out here even when it is raining, and you can come start over here when you just want to enjoy the views of Ngong Hills. This is really beautiful, and I can only imagine how the estate will look once the 20 houses, or rather the 20 units, are done. And in fact, they also told me that they have bought the next piece of land. Yeah? So they will continue with another phase. But in the meantime, this is what they have. They have a very nice payment plan of 10 months. So you come in, pay a deposit of 20%, at least 20%, and then the rest you clear within the 10 months of construction. So that means that you'll actually be moving into these houses by October there.
Yeah.
Yeah. the whole project will be done.
Yeah. And if you want your unit as fast as possible, you
Yes.
can get it in under 6 months.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like in this case, the owner already has their own house.
Yeah.
Because they have fully paid.
Yeah.
So if you want your unit, you can have it, as Willis has mentioned, within 6 months. All you have to do is give Ray a call. He'll tell you how you can come down here. And for those of you who might have used the Ngong road coming down to Suswa and felt that the road was really pathetic, today we even use the diversion because that road is under construction.
Yeah.
So by the time these houses are be done, this road will be okay all the way to Ngong town. And with that, we say thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you haven't. And if you like what you have watched, give us a like and see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.